out to Danger Danger. That's no longer there. I think it's called something else, but it was called that for a reason. And and a drunk called him, and I woke up the next day, I couldn't remember the call. And Toby, that's his name, all the way back in London, knew that I'd be hungover. He logged into his Uber Eats account that he still had for Wellington, and he ordered for breakfast to be delivered to my hostel in New Zealand. I know, right? And that's when I knew he was the one. Because I'm very food motivated. Anyone that can feed me can keep me, right?
Back in 2017, Scottish comedian Samantha Hannah had an idea for a show that would also benefit her personal life. She set out on a mission to find a husband in a year. She created a Tinder profile and warned any potential suitors that they may end up as material. And after many interesting dates, Samantha found her perfect match. And since then, she's done shows on how to find happiness in a year and how to win at life.
Samantha joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you both?
Good to have you with us. What are some of the dates that did not work out?
Oh yeah, there was definitely quite a few of them. I was in New Zealand at the time as well, so I'm from Scotland originally, so I was in a new country, and I just remember one I was invited. It was just to a duck pond because the guy really liked ducks. It's fine, but there's not a lot to talk about when you're just staring at ducks. And so that was an interesting one. And I think worse than the dates was a lot of the messages. A lot of the messages were quite interesting. One guy, again in New Zealand, so maybe it was topical, but referred to himself as an orc, a cross between an orc and a hobbit. Which I don't really know what that means, whether he had hairy feet and a bad person. So I just didn't know if it was the best intro line, you know?
I'm curious, when you set out to do this, did you disclose on your profile, this might be used as comedy material, or this, I actually am looking for someone to marry? How much did you reveal?
I made it pretty clear. I said, I'm trying to find a husband in a year for a comedy show. And then I said any Tinder interaction may be used for material. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I was like, I think that covers me. So they knew from the start that anything that was said could end up in the show. And I said at the end, does anyone want to either be my husband or come to the show that I'm going to write about this? So it was also a bit of a marketing ploy. But, and I was it was very tongue in cheek. I wasn't seriously looking for a husband. It was more the idea of the show. I was at a certain point in my life where I was traveling. Everyone back home was, married, babies, houses, and I was still figuring things out. So I thought it was very tongue in cheek, very silly. But at the back of my mind, did I hope to meet someone? Yeah, that would have been cool. I wasn't quite expecting it to go the way that it did.
Is there something to the lack of a deadline or a goal that maybe contributes to the issue that some people have in finalizing the deal?
Yeah, well, that's it. It's called a SMART goal for a reason, right? So it was definitely a SMART goal. It was like specific, it was measurable. And because I had this year, and I think it had a little bit of intrigue for people who came to my profile as well. People thought this is a fun story. And it also meant that very early on when I did speak to people, they kind of knew that I was looking for something long term if it worked out. So you kind of get rid of anyone else that's just not that serious. So it worked. It worked in a few ways.
So you have a significant other now. You're not married, but you've been together. How did you know he was the one, and how long did it take you to find him?
Yeah, so I think it's probably been a few months I'd been going on these dates, chatting to different people. And I went to a part of New Zealand called Wellington, this capital city, and I thought I'll have a swipe. And I actually matched with a guy. I lived in London for 12 years. He was in London. And we matched, and I thought, oh, he's on the other side of the world, back where I used to live. And I was in basically the city that he went to college in. Oh. So I thought, well, this is a bit of a coincidence. And he'd opened his Tinder settings to the other side of the world because he thought he might move back to Wellington. And so he was seeing what was out there. And so we kind of matched that way. And I thought, well, this is an interesting story, if nothing else, because we've matched 12,000 miles apart. So from that, we started chatting every single day, back and forth, back and forth. And then after a while, I thought, we're probably going to have to meet in real life to see if this is legit. But we are so far away from each other.
Wow, and it worked.
Yeah.
And does he like being part of the comedy show?
Yeah, he's still part of the comedy show. We've been together 7 years now. I did say at the beginning, any Tinder interaction may be used for material. That has continued to this day. As you say, we're not yet married. We've bought a house in New Zealand. We moved here together. We've been together a very, very long time. But I do love to do a routine about the fact that he knew I was trying to find a husband in a year. 7 years later, that part's not happened, and I love to the audience squirm when I bring that up. And, so it's really fun, but yeah, we're really happy and we love our life in New Zealand, and I've managed to continue the comedy ever since, and I've gone on to talk about different things, as you mentioned, about happiness and about, basically I like to look at the things that people feel societal pressure to do and try and make everyone feel a little bit better about it's all right. We're all at different stages in life. Things will happen at different stages.
Don't sweat it. You can follow.
Yeah, don't sweat it. That's it.
There you go. You can follow Samantha on social media and also check out our podcast, Are We Pals? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
Hey, Paul.